All right, welcome back. We're gonna do it again. So this time Jake flew out from Oahu. Yes, sir! And we're gonna go try blue water again. So it's a little bit rainy out here right now. We have quite a long drive to go. So we're gonna head out and see what we get out there. Shoot! So yeah, we didn't have a lot of expectation because it was raining pretty good at the house, but it's pretty typical on this side of the island, and the great thing about living on an island is you can go to any side. All right, it's finally starting to clear up. We've been on the road for a little while, but we're getting pretty close. All right, we made it there. Finally. Okay, think we're getting ready? Go see what it looks like out there. Catch you out in the water. So yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It was not an easy day. It was pretty harrowing out there. The swell was pumping. It was really choppy. We could barely see anything. It was really murky. We kept breathing a bunch of water in through the snorkels and spitting it out all day. And we have about a 45-minute swim out to where we got to go. So it clears up a little bit depending on how deep the reef is. Still swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, as they say. Please don't copyright me for that. But yeah, it's quite a while to get out there. And Jake playing mule today. There's over 30 pounds of chum in that bag against current. And with all the swell in the chop, it did not make for a very easy swim. So thanks again, Jake. Always pulling through. And now we're getting to the drop off. This is where it starts to get deep and drop into the blue. You. So yeah, we got reef on the left and we got blue on the right. And we got reef on the left. And we got blue on the right. We're right on the cusp. It's a little spooky, but pretty awesome. Let's see how she goes. All right, I like this spot. What do you think?
Oh boy! It's pretty crazy out here.
Jake's a mule.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's drop that flasher line and get some chum in the water. See what happens. So Jake hands me the chum bag so he can spin the buoy and drop that flasher line about 10 meters down. And I'm just gonna see if it brings anything in. So I'm loading my blue water gun, my 125 double roller. I very rarely take this gun out. It's pretty much for big fish only. I mean, really, my reef gun can handle anything up to about 100 pounds if I play it right. This is for really big fish, and it's just a safer option. And I just really want to get some fish on it. I wanted to make a video and shoot a fish with a gun that I built. And we're not really seeing much, but that's pretty typical for blue water, we're finding out. And so I take a drop down and I start to see some action come in a little bit. And this is just a school of kamanus or rainbow runners, but they're not very big. They're maybe about 4 pounds. I was just hoping maybe there was a bigger one in there and I can call them in and get a shot because I love kamanu. I love it almost as much as uku. And Jake's going down to check them out, and he gets up with a report and says, you know, there's something whacking the chum down there. I just can't see what it is. And then we see some sheebies. And just like my Oahu trip with Jake a couple weeks ago, we learned a lot. I figured be patient, stop kicking, flash the flasher, and he might come in. They're not very big, though. They're maybe 8 pounds. They're small. But I knew I had one chance on these guys. So I never shot at a fish with my blue water gun like that. And I missed. They're too quick. I'm not used to this gun, so I'm a little frustrated, but that's just the way that it goes. I brushed it off. It wasn't a huge loss. So we get pushed by the current so hard that we actually end up back in the deep reef. And this is about 80 to 90 feet to the reef, and I'm just going down to see what I can see. It clears up quite a bit down there, so it's actually deeper than it looks. And on the way down, I see 2 ukus. You'll see one of them right there. There is another one off to the left, and he's even bigger. And they're probably in the 8 to 12 pound range. So I'm like, okay, I can definitely land an uku with this gun. I've done it before a couple times. I just really don't want to smash the reef, but it's worth shooting your slip tip into the reef for an uku, especially this size. And they're giving me the shot that I want. So I pull the trigger, and he gives me a spin move and rips off. Can you believe it? Look at that spin move. Rips the shaft right out, and he stops, and he looks at me. And I looked at him, and both of us were confused. So after I stopped swearing, I headed for the surface, and when I came up, I said, "Hey Jake, there's a couple ukus down there that need your attention." And he said, "Well, I can't see anything. My mask is too fogged up." And I said, "Well, go try anyway." And he comes up with an uku. So it wasn't a great holding shot, so I swam down, grabbed it by the gills, gave him an assist, and swam up so we didn't lose another fish, and handed it off to him.
Nice retrieve, man.
What's up, dog?
Fatty uku, no viz.
No viz. And now I'm getting desperate. I don't have any fish on my kui, and I've only ever been skunked once in my career. It was actually like about a month ago. I do not get out of the water without enough fish, and I will take what I need to. So I'm going down in desperation to see if those ukus are still there. Like, I saw them before. There's other fish down here. I got to get something. And no luck. After shooting that one, having it rip off, and then having Jake shoot the other one, they were long gone. So futile attempt, and so I just came down, scoped it out, and headed back up because we're pretty tired right now. We've been in the water for hours and swimming against current, and we're just kind of getting over it. And Jake has to go home. So I throw the flasher, and I was like, okay, if we got to go, I'm just going to blast a reef fish with the bluewater gun. I think it would be hilarious. And I saw some king cole around, and they're pretty easy to shoot. And they're actually fantastic eating. I'm going to do a different video on that at some point, just about shooting sustainable fish. And that there's a lot of really good fish out there. So I just wait for them to clear the rocks. And line up on a king cole, and I shoot him with a double roller. Whack. But when he swims, it tangles the line in the reef a little bit, and I can't get it in time, so I just let it go. It's okay, it's on breakaway, and I just surface. Jake goes down and grabs it for me, and then we had a really long swim in, which I didn't record. I didn't really feel like it, but it was so harrowing getting out of the water that I ended up losing the fish off my kui, and I came out shore with nothing. All right, I'm back home. Just finishing cleaning up. Jake just left for Oahu. He's got to work tomorrow morning, so we were kind of in a hustle. Didn't really have time to film a whole lot of our cleanup, but you guys don't need to see that anyway. I am exhausted. We spent about 5.5 hours in the water, and then we had to run back here. We had to clean all Jake's stuff up, process all the fish, and get him on a plane. So I'm about to go cook because I haven't eaten since yesterday, but I'll catch you guys inside. And since we bleed, gut, and gill all our fish in the water, we don't know what they actually weigh, but bled, gutted, and gilled, this one was 8 pounds, so we'll take it any day of the week. Yes, sir. And the other wing. Scaled, clean. Oh, yeah. So we're going to throw some mayonnaise. Not only does it taste good, it's also going to help it cook crispier. Garlic salt, as usual. Pepper. Ginger. And smoked paprika. You can use these ingredients for pretty much everything. They always come out good. We will mix it up occasionally, but there's no need to today. Gonna spread this all over. Coat them nice and heavy. Make sure you get every piece. Alright, we'll pop these guys in here. Turn on the air fryer. And we're gonna put it under wings, which is 400 degrees for 25 minutes. I'll let that cook. Oh, let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm not even gonna let these cool down. I'm that hungry. I haven't eaten since yesterday, and it's almost 7 o'clock right now. These don't even need any sauce. Right out of the air fryer, let them cool down. Good to go. Let's see how they go. I wish you guys could smell these. Like, I don't really eat chicken, but chicken smells really good. And these are like 10 times better than that. Yeah, it's like eating chicken wings, but like literally 10 times better. The meat falls right off the bone. Oh yeah. It is kind of sacrilegious to cook an uku, but the collars, you can air fry them. I think that's the best way. Yeah. They're so easy. If you have an air fryer, take advantage of it. That's the way. So Jake was kind enough to leave me with a lot of his uku. And this is known as being the best sashimi fish on the reef. Super special one. I think you Aussies and Kiwis call it jabi or green chob fish, something like that. So I'm gonna show you how to process this into sashimi. All right. The first thing is you have to bleed your fish in the water. If you don't do that, you're wasting your time. It's not gonna taste right. But this is called the blood line, and you're gonna have to cut that out. So we're just gonna shave that off with this ancient Japanese tool for filleting raw fish. It's a high carbon steel blade. I refurbished it from a friend, Uncle Kevin. If you don't know him, you'll meet him. Excellent special knife. And we're just gonna go and cut all the red off there. Okay, back end of the tail we don't need either. We can get rid of all that. That'll be cooked later or given to the cat. And now we have this. Still probably take some of this red off. And the reason we take that off is that's where the fishy taste comes from. So that's pretty good right there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this right down the middle because there is a separation in the meat grain. So I'm going to cut that right in half. Okay. The grain is going this way. So we're gonna cut against that. This. Now, we have a pile of sashimi. If you're a pro, you would cut and place these in a pretty arrangement as you cut each slice. We're not gonna do that today, but I will do that in a different video. All right, so I just cut up a little bit more, add a little bit more to that plate, make it look good. So to make it look dressed up, I'm gonna add some furikake. Just some sesame, a little bit of salt, some nori, just to dress it up a little bit and taste a little bit better. You can't have sashimi without pickled ginger. All right, let's make some wasabi. We just need a tiny little bit of water, like barely more than a few drops. Powdered wasabi. Until it's into a nice paste. There. Just a little bit of shoyu. Soy sauce, rather. Plenty. There we go. You want some uku? Yeah? That's her favorite. She knows what she likes. Spoiled kitty. Okay, uku. The best of the best right there. This is what we're after. This is what we do out there. That's what it's all about right there. Thanks, Jake. You're a champion. Put it together today. Yes, sir. Let's start with the palate cleanser. A little bit of ginger first. Soak that in a little bit of shoyu and a touch of wasabi. I'm not gonna do what I did to myself last time. There's just no other fish like it. And normally with sashimi, you're gonna have to age your fish 3 to 5 days typically if you take care of it really well before it's good. So fresh fish is not very good sashimi. You have to let it age. If you ever have sashimi or poke, and it's crunchy, it's chewy, it means it's too fresh. Let it chill in the fridge for a couple days covered, it'll be a lot better. Uku is not like that. Uku, you can eat day 1. It does get better after 2 or 3 days. It does, it gets softer. And it lasts for about 5 or 6 if you take really good care of it. But most of your sashimi has to be aged, just so you guys know. All right, one more. So today did not go according to plan. I didn't put the video together for you like I hoped to. That one will be coming eventually when the timing is right. There's nothing we can do about that, so that's just the way that spearfishing goes. It's why I love this sport so much. You just never know what you're gonna get. You put your best foot forward, you be as healthy and prepared as you can, and you just see what happens out there. But still an excellent day, awesome time in the water. Great to see Jake. He put it together. It was a really, really awesome day out there. Glad I could put another edit together for you, but I'm gonna eat the rest of this, so you guys leave me alone. Get out of here.